Here we go again. Ooh, first eye. Nice. Okay, so today I was trying to consider, I was going through some ideas of, what I wanted to talk about and if I was going to do a rant. And I will do a rant because I have one brewing. But I wanted to do something a little bit different for this first video. I wanted to discuss the benefits of thrift shopping. And I know, in today's economy, everybody is trying to save money, and I have a frugal Jew of a husband. He will literally, buy the cheapest thing that he can find to save money. And a lot of times, this is okay. We can buy, the off-brands of some things, but I keep telling you get what you pay for. So be careful when you're trying to thrift shop certain items. For example, you don't want to buy cheap toilet paper. I mean, I personally don't like wiping my ass with sandpaper, so I don't imagine anybody else would. So some things you have to pay, full good retail on because, if you purchase something that's cheaper, thinking, you're saving money, you could be causing yourself a lot of problems in the long run. My dog is trying to get to my cat. Anyway, so thrift shopping. We have a local store here that's called Savers. We don't particularly call it that. That's what it's called. Anyway, I need more coffee. Now, what Savers is it's kind of like your basic chain store, like Salvation Army, Goodwill, those places. However, they have a lot more things in them, a lot more items in them. They sell used clothes, donated goods, things of that nature. Now, we go there quite often just to browse. And one of the sections of that area that I really particularly like is the book section. And I'm a very avid reader. I love to read books. And having a place where I can go, where I can buy books that I would normally pay, $30 or $40 for like $3 is amazing. In 2010, when we lived in New York with a friend of mine, I had checked a book out of the library and I read it. And it was one of the best books I had ever read. And if you haven't yet had the opportunity to read this book, I am strongly suggesting it. If you're a metalhead like I am, this book is a must-have. I laughed, I cried. It really was one of those books that kind of hit every emotion, and it was extremely hard to put down. And I really love the autobiographies of musicians and bands and things. I have quite a few of them. And this one was my favorite. I had mentioned when I finished it that I wanted to buy it. I wanted to own it. It had to be a part of my collection. It was just that good. And I went online and I started searching for this book, and I found it on Amazon. And at the time, Borders was still open, and Borders had it for, I believe it was $26.99, and Amazon had it for like $23.99. And at any rate, it was $30. Like anywhere you went, it was going to be $30. And while I can justify spending $30 on this piece of material, on this literature, I call it literature because it really is for me. My husband couldn't. Yeah, he's looking at it as, it's a book that you've read, are you ever going to sit down and read it again? Type of deal. And I'm like, yeah, I will, yeah, of course I will. Anyway, we go into Savers and we always check the books. And I've actually completed my Harry Potter collection from Savers. I've completed my Twilight collection, as much as I hate to admit it, from Savers. Just you can pretty much buy anything there. Our current scavenger hunt is Hunger Games. I'm still looking for those books in those places. Anyway, they have specials. If the book isn't specifically marked with one of their tags, it's like up to $7.99. It's like $1.99. So $7.99 and under, it's $1.99, and over $7.99, it's $2.99. And hardcovers are $3.99 over $7.99. If that makes any sense to you. Anyway, you don't pay more than $4 for a book. which is really a good deal. We went in one day and we were walking along, and in the most oddest of places, my husband reaches in and pulls out this book. Like, he doesn't pull it off the shelf, he just kind of slides it out. I don't remember physically seeing the book, but I remember and snatching it up. Like, no, I ain't leaving without this. This was my epic savers find. This was the book that I had read, that I loved, that I wanted. This book is amazing, and I have it in hardcover, and I got it for $4. I believe it was $4. It's in really great shape, and all of the pictures that were, you know, part of the actual book are still in it. There's just so much awesome in this book. Oh, look, a young Sharon and Ozzy. Anyway, this book was originally, like I said, $26.99, and you can see from the inside dust cover. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So anyway, the I Am Ozzy book was my epic find. This is amazing, and to be able to look at my book collection and see this makes it all worth it. I mean, I just, at that point that I decide that I ever want to sit down and read this amazing piece of work again, I can. I laughed so hard at some parts I was crying. And, I mean, I've never had a book move me in the way that this one did. So, epic right here. And you can find stuff like this. I mean, and you gotta look for it, you know. I'm gonna go around to a few different savers looking for other books that I need for my collection. I'm not all into that Kindle bullshit. I like to hold my books, and I like to open them, and I like to feel the pages, and I like the smell of them, and I like the feel of them. I don't know why everything's going technologically advanced, and now all your books are on these, you know, flat iPad looking. No, come on, that ain't freaking reading. I'm sorry. And eventually schools are going to go to this. So all your textbooks are going to be like Kindle downloads, and it's going to be like, are you kidding me? But anyway, to shorten this up a little bit, again, you can find things. Just yesterday, just yesterday, my husband and I went to Savers again to try to locate some books that I had been wanting to put in my collection. We don't try to spend a lot of money when we're in there, but it's kind of hard not to, because, you know, you see things, you're like, oh, it's only $2, you buy it, you know. But, you know, that item's $2, that item's $3, that item's $2, before you know it, you've spent like $100, and you're like, oh my God. But as most people know, I am a huge fan of the Green Bay Packers, as well as San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers are my first love. That's my team. However, I do have a fond love for the Green Bay Packers. And so I try to collect anything Packers or 49er related. My husband, yet again, being the watchful eye, we're walking through the, you know, houseware stuff that people donate. And I never buy, wow, really? I never buy coffee cups or anything of that nature from these places, because I don't know what they've had in them. So basically what I've, you know, made a rule that, you know, you don't buy dishes or anything from these places. Typically I don't. But my husband happened to reach onto a shelf that had some coffee cups on it. And he pulled this out. And I don't know about you, but I see a Green Bay Packer coffee cup and I'm all over it. Whether I use it or not, it's not the, you know, it's not the point. I'm going to cover the price because I don't want you to see what I actually paid for this thing, but this is the back side. And I have a way to actually take the sticker off. But now I want you to see what I paid for this authentic, it is authentic, see here's the little NFL logo, this authentic Green Bay Packers NFL coffee mug. which I haven't done a search. I probably should. I think it's probably, I would say probably $12 to $13, maybe 20. I don't know. For this. Anyway, I paid $1, a freaking dollar for this. There's no chips. It's not broken. There's nothing. There's like, the paint is all good. Everything is in good shape, and I paid $1. So, you can find good stuff. You just have to look. Stay tuned for my next video. I think I'm going to do a rant on healthcare. I'm not sure. But anyway, as I find more cool thrift store finds, I will definitely make a video and share them with you. So, until then, peace.